Hi everyone, I'm Barry. I'm engineer, solar engineer. Today I'd like to talking something about the solar technology. You may heard some words and IBC module and TOPCon module and AJT module. You may heard like three kind of solar module. 2 years ago, you may heard PERC module. You may confuse what is meaning for this kind of module. For example, maybe you will heard some description on the internet. Some people say that the BC module means like a back contactor module, and the TOPCon module is just like the thermal oxide passivation contactor module, and HGT is a heterojunction silicon module. So what the meaning? How to make the difference? Different, if you know the detail of like this kind of technology, and then you understand this kind of technology better, especially you may heard someone say that BC module have better power yield. At the same time, some TOPCon producer who also will say that TOPCon module have better power yield at the site. I mean, just the real site. But at the same time, they maybe make a lot of pilot projects, do the comparison, and this. So you are confused. What is it? Maybe just like nowadays, just all in simple words like BC and TOPCon couldn't describe this kind of module very well. So today I will introduce to you guys what is like a BC and what is like the TOPCon. In my understanding, BC is just like something like earn money technology, and TOPCon is just like a save money technology. And how to describe it? So let's go to like those words. BC, back contact. That means we put the contact at the back side, and TOPCon, that means use like a thermal oxide passivation. Passivated is like a contact. That means use like two words to describe it. Just like BC, it's just like, where is the contact backside? And how do we do like the contact? We use like the TOPCon, we use like a thermal oxide. That means we use like the silicon oxide to passivate the contact between the silicon and the contact to make the better contact. Why we will mention this kind of technology? If we go back to the original designing of like a solar cell, and between contact and the silicon, if contacted directly, then maybe we make some recombination center, and then the carriers, the photovoltaic will make some carriers, and then it's just like easy to recombination at the part between silicon and the contact part. So maybe you will confuse what is the contact. Contact is like what you can see. It's just like a metal. Especially nowadays, we use like the finger and the bus bar, and this kind of things was made by silver. And you may heard that silver things in at if you have seen like solar module at the back side and the front side, they have just like the silver. But yeah, if it's just a BC module, you cannot see like the silver. Why? Just because put all the contact at the back side. So we call it like a back contact, and TOPCon and put like the front side and the back side. Until now, that's just like a TOPCon passivation, top was passivation, or is only at the back side. So that we call is like a single poly. Why? Just because for the TOPCon and between like the solar silicon, they have like the silicon oxide, and then just like a polysilicon. So that sometimes we call it like a poly to instead of like the TOPCon structure. Some people call it like a polo, whatever. Just like something is just TOPCon. So passivation. So that's precisely what I describe it as passivation to solve the problem, to make the contact between like to make the contact between contact and the silicon have just like a better passivation, so that they will just like improve efficiency of solar cell. And in AGT just use it instead of like a silicon oxide and the polysilicon. They use another similar material because between the silicon and the contact, they use like they use what they use like the just like intrinsic silicon. Yeah, of course, it's just like silicon too, but just like they're not doping any kind of things, just like no doping, just like bond, no doping like the P and 2. Yeah, it's okay, just like so that's still have called intrinsic silicon. This kind of passivation between the like silicon. I mean, just silicon is a monosilicon. It is the basis of a solar cell, and that time. And so, maybe I describe it now. It's very complicated. So go to the normal one. What we say, just like BC, just like put like the contact on the backside, and so they can also use TOPCon technology to do the passivation between like the contact and the silicon. No matter how, it's just like at the N side and the P side. So that's why I say the definition of BC module and the TOPCon module nowadays is not so correct. So in my understanding, if we describe like the BC nowadays, no matter how is like LONGi is like HBBC and or ICO is like the ABC, they use and they also use like the passivation technology. And the mainstream nowadays, what I know, they will use like the TBC, and some people, some producer also developing the HTBC. I mean HBC. That is interesting. Oh yeah, just like they are the BC nowadays. BC and TOPCon, they describe kind of things. That's what I say. BC describe is the contact backside, and the TOPCon AGT that describe what is contact. How do we do the contact? And one is another is how. They describe different kind of things. But the true things what we see, just like nowadays like a normal TOPCon, they put like the contact at the front side and the back side. So that's where if you use a very good word to describe it, in my understanding, there will be like a tunnel oxide passivation, rear contact, and the front contact. So that means describe nowadays contact very well. That is my understanding. For BC technology nowadays, some people use XBC just because we don't know what kind of BC passivation technology you have used. If you use like a TOPCon technology as the passivation, and you will say that like a TBC. If you use like the HJT technology, we call it HBC. If you use like a HJT technology at the same time, use like TOPCon technology and mix together, and that will be called THBC or HTBC, whatever. If you like, you can say anything about this kind of things. And some people will maybe just say that hybrid preservation BC. That is LONGi said. So this is my understanding for what is like a BC technology, what is just like the TOPCon technology. So I think nowadays we in my understanding, they will not just like just like they can mix together. You can say like just like previously what I say can be say TOPCon or BC module. Whatever. If you like, you can call anything for it. That is for like the real like the project in the real side. Why the BC technology have better proficiency than TOPCon? Just because at the front side they have no any kind of bus bar, no any kind of finger, and you may hear that like Velo BB, even Velo BB they have some bus bar too. Not bus bar, sorry, just I have finger too. Velo BB means like no bus bar at the front side, but they still use like some other metal things to connect each finger. Just like make it better contact. So because this kind of contact and this kind of finger will, just they will cover the surface of a solar cell of like more than 2%. And BC, because they have no any kind of busbar, so that is 100% will be absorbed. I mean, just like they can accept 100% light. That's what I say. BC is unmoney technology, and TOPCon is just like the save money technology. But mixed together, there will be save money and make money technology. So that is my understanding for difference between TOPCon and the BC. This is the first time what I describe in face-to-face, and thank you for your listening, and bye-bye.